University Health Services provides medical care to eligible Michigan students, faculty, and staff, but quality of care seems to be a concern for many patients.
We have a very extensive patient satisfaction survey process that we administer twice a year, where usually for about a 6-week period of time during the fall term, and then a separate 6-week period of time during the winter term, every patient who is seen receives an email within a week of their visit and are invited to participate in our patient satisfaction survey.
According to this Fall 2009 survey, 84% of undergraduate students qualified themselves as very satisfied or satisfied patients.
We can easily demonstrate overall satisfaction scores in excess of 80%. Our targets would be 90.
So, do such high satisfaction scores mean UHS is upholding its mission?
So our mission is to provide care and other services for the U of M community. Students, we actually are explicit about saying to students and to the broader university. Do I think these are real? Do I think people are dissatisfied anecdotally with some of their experiences here? Yes.
Patrick Comm, an undergraduate engineering student, was dissatisfied with his experience when he went to UHS for intense pain in his tailbone.
And I couldn't sit in a chair, and there wasn't a bed open or a room open for me to lie in a bed. So I ended up lying on the ground. He told me that I did have pilonidal cyst. He couldn't do anything for me. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't good enough for him, or it was not good enough, but it just he wasn't in a position to do anything for it. At the time, he told me to just go home and take a bath every day for 20 minutes in a bathtub. I lived in West Quad. There's no bathtub. I saw a doctor about 30 minutes later. The nurse or the PA came in. She took a look at it, and she was like, "Yeah, this is what you have. But we'll take you straight to the OR. We'll drain it out, make it feel better, pack it, and you can go home tomorrow." So I told her about the UHS thing. I was like, well, I was told to go home and take a bath. She was like, "Yeah, this isn't going away. You got to take care of it now." She was shocked that they said that they couldn't do anything about it, because obviously they thought they could do something about it. Just to be told to go home when I ended up he could have just told me to go to the ER right there, and it would have been a lot better.
However, Kellum may not be the only one unhappy. Ernst explained the range of complaints that UHS typically receives.
All kinds of different things, ranging from someone who was extremely rude to me to you guys were playing Bee Gees music over the intercom, and I just don't prefer that. You'd be surprised.
Are you satisfied with your experiences at UHS?
No, I think that the doctors are ridiculous. Sorry, just being honest.
Well, I've never had a good experience there. I've waited lengthy amounts of time to be seen. I actually have permanent eye damage from one time I had to go in there for emergency service, and I had to wait for 6 hours before anyone saw me. So I really haven't gotten good service, and some of the physicians I've seen have kind of pushed my concerns by the wayside, and I refuse to go in there now.
Last year, tore my ACL, 3 ligaments in my knee. Went in, the doctor thought I was just trying to get painkillers. Didn't give me crutches, ace bandage or anything. Just told me to come back in a week. I went to the hospital, had to pay for it myself out of pocket, and it turned out that I fully destroyed my knee.
They tried to give me a mono test when I told them I had strep throat, after having strep throat probably 3 or 4 times in my life. And then a week and a half later, after my mono test came back negative, they still denied that I had strep throat, and I ended up getting a viral infection during that time, so I was even more sick for a longer period of time when all I really needed was an antibiotic.
They told me I had bronchitis, I had pneumonia. I was coughing up blood.
I had stitches in my foot, and I went there, and they took them out, and then next day the cut reopened, and I get stitches again.
Regardless of these anecdotes, Ernst is still confident in word of mouth.
And the vast majority, if you ask them that question, if one of your friends was sick, would you refer them to the health service? The vast majority would say yes to that question too.
Would you recommend UHS to a friend?
No, absolutely not. Never.
Absolutely not.
No.
No, probably not.
Absolutely not.
No.
Probably not.
I don't really know where it is.
Yeah, it's free.
I mean, if they just need an excuse from class, yeah. Otherwise, no.
Yes.
Would you?
No.
Ernst offers a reason for the disconnect between satisfaction statistics and student recommendations.
how you handle people with negative experiences is really important, because people are far more likely to tell you about their negative experience than they are about their positive.
Although their negative experiences may go unreported.
No, I never filled out a complaint against them.
No, I went and talked to the doctor and just explained to him how frustrated I was. It was like, for me, like, I had parents that live close around, so I could go. They came up and took me out. But like, if I was someone out of state, like somewhere with nowhere else to go, I would have been pretty frustrated.
No, I haven't. I haven't really known what channels to use.
Perhaps limited information and unreported complaints may account for these differences, or perhaps UHS is missing their own diagnosis.
It was just kind of frustrating to have someone tell you that they can't do anything, and then if I hadn't have had my dad as a doctor, who knows what had happened.